Well, King, have you seen any of this Drewski show?
Could have been. Oh yeah, this
tell the audience about this show.
I'm actually excited.
You don't want to put me on this.
I had to, man, because I've been following Drewski for a little bit. And
he's a fan.
Hilarious, man. Like, because comedy does need some new blood, and I think as far he's. You gotta have respect for funny individuals, and he reminds me of those people who are just naturally funny all the time. You feel me?
He funny. He the most funny to me when he's serious. In my opinion, yeah. When he dead serious, that's when he most funny. He being
sarcastic and shit.
Yeah, and the other person don't really notice. They can't catch on to it. But he's not. He's definitely not being respectful to you, and he's being politely disrespectful.
He being an asshole. Yeah. He's being a dick, but it's really funny.
That's when he's most funny to me. But when he's like acting and stuff, it's semi.
I think it's still good content. Because at the end of the day,
he puts out good content.
At the end of the day, like with this right here, like it reminds me of one of those reality shows because he's taking just characters that everybody's seen once or twice, whether on TikTok, YouTube, or something. And it's funny too because now I see why he was doing the auditions and all the different series and stuff. But like he got all these people. They pull out on the bus on the first episode. They get to the mansion, and these mugs are just running wild. They just running buck wild.
Like they just gave everybody an energy drink.
And it's so funny because, like, this would never really be on, like, real television because of how buck wild y'all got. Like, y'all let loose first night. Like, I don't even think Jersey Shore let it loose this hard. Like, because, again, these are some of the most ratchet characters you would see in hip-hop culture, I would say.
Yeah.
Or urban culture.
The ones that your agents are probably going to pass on 5 out of 10 times.
You feel me? Like, these are the folks that y'all are making fun of every time. And he just got a whole bunch of them. And, who was your favorite? I know who my favorite was.
My favorite was, oh, man. It had to have been the Asian guy. Because the way that they were disrespecting,
because I see a win in the board routine.
And then he would be so polite and stuff like that. After he's like, "I'm so sorry, man. Like I'm trying so hard. Like I'm coming from." And if you pay attention in the background, they're actually like playing like if you ever go to like a Chinese restaurant, they're playing like the ambiance music, like every time he's like speaking and stuff like that. So it sounds like
bro, he looks like a little kid that's just trying so hard to fulfill his dream of being a rapper.
But the words that he's using, they really don't rhyme. Like he's like a West Coast offbeat rapper with a high education vocabulary. So like every word is like very
in a speech
high level. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Super. I died whenever there's one episode when it was Snoop Dogg. Was it Snoop Dogg?
Oh, when Snoop Dogg tried to sign him the Death Row Records. Yeah,
he's like, you ain't gonna probably win.
He's like, you ain't.
He's like, you ain't gonna win it, but like I can give you 20,000 right now. You switch sides. He's like, yeah, I'll do it right now. He's like, oh, and then he like they had the camera scene on him. He was like,
I've already been here, and you ain't gonna
win. He's like, then you had the camera on him, and he was just like, yeah.
I was really sad when they said I wasn't gonna win.
So I just thought it would be best if I just took the money, you know, if it's right there.
He was like, I signed with Snoop Dogg. I'm Death Row now.
I'm for Death Row. Oh man, so that I loved it.
So
he was one of my favorites.
It was so sad.
But you knew he wasn't gonna win. Who's your favorite?
Oh, come on now. Ugliest rapper alive.
Ugliest rapper alive.
That boy, I was rooting for him since the first time I seen him, just because I was like, damn. That nigga is ugly. They asked that man, how you get your name? He said, everybody was picking on me when I was a kid because of my teeth and stuff. And I'm like, damn, I feel so bad. I could just see it.
Yeah,
it hurt my heart.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, he just stuck. And I've been rocking with it ever since. I'm like, that's not, I start to come back to reality. I'm like, you stupid ass nigga, I would have never kept that name. I would have never owned that name. But hey, he owned it. and he won. He got his 25 bands. Hey. You feel me?
Exactly.
That boy was thanking everybody.
He was supposed to get 50 bands, but they split it.
Yeah.
They split it.
Because Drewski a comedian.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
Nah, man, that dude, he is hilarious, boy. Every time he opened up his mouth, when Chris Brown was sitting there, and he was like, "Walking dead, nigga, walking dead." And this nigga came out and said, he hit the Michael Jackson and said, "Oh, bro." His mouth was so wide open.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, all I thought was Thriller and that scene from Beetlejuice. Like the person whose like mouth is like super open. I'm like, oh my God, both of them together. I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh no, bro. I felt, for some reason, the whole time I just kept feeling bad for like people that had to stay there, because it's only a week, so they did a lot of filming and stuff in a whole week. Kudos to them; they got the job done.
7 episodes. So I mean, it was great game planning, like great game planning as far as like
taking away their
the
phone
time management and like and everything they were doing. You could tell that they really did like
they did their research.
Yeah, they did their research. They planned this out perfectly.
The fake cops coming in and seeing who got cut old boy's C Crip, is that his name? Big Crip, whatever his name, his parole bracelet, and they were like trying to get everybody to snitch, and they like kept flipping back to like original scenes where he was like, "Oh man, I ain't never snitched on my people," and then the cops were like right in front. He's like, "Hey man, it's okay if you like do this." He was like, "Man, I ain't snitching if I'm like just not telling you about nobody, but just telling you a story." He's like, "Nah." Like, nah, you're not. He's like, "Nah, you're not snitching." And so he just starts pointing, man, like immediately just starts snitching. And I'm like, ain't no doubt. And then like obviously Drewski's always on the side telling him, he's like, "It's okay, man. Like, my favorites are snitch. I love snitches and stuff like that. So you did a good job." Like, I'm like dying laughing, but the way Drewski egged on some
the
way Drewski egged on some of these fights, spectacular. Chef's kiss. like only certain type of sarcastic tone can tick off these amount of people in the right areas. I love the sound booth shoots; those were awesome. People getting a chance to rap, and you were
now
like,
that was my favorite.
Yeah,
because that really, I kept forgetting that all these folks was like in a competition to being the best rapper,
and they just kept rapping the same song over and over again, trying to flip out new bars, trying to flip fresh bars every time.
All these folks are characters; they not real rappers. Like they all characters. This is one dude singing R&B.
And they were like,
he's like crying.
The way that they always be like bringing him on. He's like, "Oh, Drewski, this your favorite R&B rapper. This your favorite artist."
But like come on, it's so funny because like almost everybody is so ass.
Yes,
that like
some of them got mediocre potential. Some of them got mediocre
potential, but everybody got mediocre potential. Yeah. But I mean, like them, like oh my God, some of them are so ass that like they will support each other. Because I remember when Glock looked at old boy and said, "Oh yeah, man, like you kind of remind me of R. Kelly." You kind of sound like R. Kelly. And I was like, whoa.
He's just talking to be talking.
Whoa.
Just talking to be talking.
And then let's not forget, like, old boy who's a dancer, but really came there to be a rapper. He's like, quarantine radio, doing the belly rolls and shit to Chris Brown influence.
They be like, I remember one, I forget who came, like, special guest, but he was just like, when he first saw him, he was like, "Whoa, what was that?" He's like, "Oh, I like to just dance wherever I go."
And he puts at the end of everything.
Yeah, oh my God. That's what I got annoyed by. Annoyed by that.
He's better than all the other contestants.
And you can get her off my shirt. Start talking like Medea or whatever. I don't know, man. I was like annoyed. That was the only person I was annoyed with.
What was that? What was that? Gatsby? Motherfucker was in the she was in the whip. Yeah. She was in the whip. Yeah. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. She was drunk as hell.
But they were only going like 30 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Me. You had time like You had time to whip that shit back real quick. Nigga,